Our voicemail number is 219-2-DAVID-P. You can call anytime and ask about anything. Here is a really interesting question that relates directly to what I was just saying about the voters of Georgia.
Hi, David. It's James. I just wanted to know, how do you feel about voter shaming? I know that, you know, a couple of things. Kyle and Mike Figueredo and a few other people. I think the Young Turks are generally against voter shaming. Like, they don't criticize Trump voters because they voted for Trump, but they'll sometimes criticize people who voted for Trump because of the wall or because of, the fact that he said ban Muslims or, Mexicans or rapists and all that. How do you feel about voter shaming? Do you think it's productive? Do you think it's fair? Or do you think it's better to just stick to criticizing the politicians? What do you know? Because I want to find out the best way.
Okay, yes, right. So listen, there's two things going on here, all right? If you're asking me, do I think it's in bounds, so to speak, for on programs like mine to be very frank and candid and direct about the fact that there's a lot of dumb people in this country and many of them don't know what the hell is going on. And they're just bamboozled by these politicians with obvious lies and they fall for it and they vote for them. And how do they even put their pants on in the morning? How do you balance a checkbook if you are so ignorant about just basic things you're being lied to on? I have no problem as a commentary on this program saying stuff like that. And in fact, I've said there's really three main groups of Trump voters. There are people who just don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know. They don't know what Trump policies are. They just don't know anything. And they were kind of like tricked. They stumbled into voting for Trump. There's people who are what we might call like bad people. They do understand the Trump policy and they understand all of the things that happen as a result and all the people that Trump policy is terrible for. And they say, I like it and I'm going to vote for him anyway. And then you've got the third group, which is people who vote for Trump out of some selfish priority. Well, yeah, I understand exactly who and what Trump is, but his tax plan would save me money. So I'm going to vote for him. Those are the main three groups of Trump voters. I've been totally upfront about that. So I have no issue about shows like mine doing that. On the other hand, I am aware that as a matter of pragmatics and effectively deprogramming people from, for example, Trumpism, if I were running a campaign, right, and I was Trump's opponent, I don't think that shaming Trump voters would be the right way to win them over, right? I would take an approach that would be something more like, listen, I understand that because we have so much work to do in this country to really make it what it could be. I understand the desire when something different pops up, and Trump was different, to find in that a reflection of your own desires about the reality that this could be a better country. I understand that. But we tried it and it failed. And I can tell you exactly what would make this country better. And it's what I'm offering. And I welcome you to come to me no matter who you voted for last time around. That framing, which is you're not shaming anybody. You're actually saying, I get what was going on that made you say, I don't know, this is different. Maybe it's better. That is more effective than saying there's a lot of stupid people here. There are a lot of stupid people here. And for a program like mine, it's different than if you're running a national campaign. So that's my view on voter shaming. I hope I'm sort of explaining it clearly. We have a great bonus show for you today. Sign up at joinpacman.com, and I will see you on the bonus show.